Hey friends, this is Mary. You're watching Cards TV, and I'm so glad you came by today because we're going to make a shaker card using these Dollar Tree stamps. Aren't they cute with all the cute little llamas on there? Now, I did go ahead and stamp these out, and this is what I use when I'm going to color. This is some Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth Premium White cardstock. And this is great for coloring. I got this at Amazon. And there's a pack with 20 sheets, and it just lasts forever. And this is 110 pounds. And it does not bleed very much on the back. But it has a nice smooth finish, so you get a good impression. Now we are going to use these gold sequins in our shaker. I've got a background for my shaker and a piece of acrylic to go on the front. I've got my card base. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when folded. And I've got my Spectrum Noir tri-blend markers. Now we're going to need some foam tape. These are the 3 rolls I got at Dollar Tree. And I think for the shaker card, we need to use this thinnest one. That will do the best job. I'm also going to use this powder tool to put inside my shaker before I put in my sequins, and that will keep them or help with anti-static, because sometimes sequins want to stick to the acrylic front and not move around, and we don't want that. Okay guys, I'm going to get my desk all arranged so we can get started and make this cute little shaker card. Now, to put this card together, the first thing we want to do is make the shaker that's going to go on the front of our card. And I took this piece of craft cardstock and I used my Cricut to cut the circle and to cut the shape of the liner. And I used the Wild Card cartridge. And you'll find this on page 69, right down here under liner. And I cut this at 5 1/2. Now, if you don't have a Cricut, but you have circular dies, you can use that. You can use a circle punch. You can put a shape on here, trace around it, and cut it out. So you don't have to have a Cricut to make this card, but it's pretty easy if you do. Now, for the background on this craft paper, I took the stamp set and the 2 little cactuses and these 2 little flowers and stamped them randomly over here, and I think that turned out really cute. And all this is going to go on the front of our card. And the first thing we want to do is put our acetate in the circle. So we're going to flip it over, and I've got some pretty strong glue runner right here, or tape runner rather, and I'm going to go around this shape and put this acetate down. Now the hole in this is approximately 2 1/2 to 2 3/4, I believe. And I think I've cut this a little bit bigger than that, but we're going to get this secured to the front, just like that. And then when we flip it over, we've got our acetate in there. Next, we're going to take our foam tape and we're going to go around the circle. And I want 2 layers of this because you can see it will make it a little bit thicker and give those sequins a little bit more room to move around inside there. And I'm going to guesstimate what I need because we don't want any gaps, and go ahead and cut that off and start putting it around this opening. Okay, I've got it all the way back around. I'm going to trim that off. Let's trim it a little bit more because I want to get it as close together as I can. We don't really want a gap, but we do have a little bit of one, but I don't think it's big enough for a sequin to get through. Now, I'm I'm going to go ahead and put another layer on top of this. And I'm going to guesstimate my length again. I got it pretty close last time, didn't I? This stuff is so sticky. Which is what makes it work so well, right? Okay, we're going to go ahead and pull the backing off of here and get this other layer on. And then we're going to put foam tape all around here before we put this, or put our sequins in. And get this on the front. Okay, I've got all my 2 layers of tape everywhere. I couldn't really fit a piece in up here, but I think it'll be okay. Now, before I take any of the backing off, we're going to go ahead and put some sequins in. First, we're going to use our powder tool because we don't want any static in there. I'll just get a little powder in. Go all around the tape edges because that'll keep any exposed foam tape from sticking to the sequins as well. I think that probably got it pretty well. Just in case there's any loose powder left in there. Okay, we're going to dump in a few sequins. You want to get enough, but not too much, which is sometimes hard to decide. This has little stars in it too, which is really pretty. Let's put just a little bit more. I think that's going to be really pretty with that front piece of our liner. Now we're going to attach this. So we'll go ahead and pull this foam tape off of here so we can close up our sequins. Let me find the end. Here we go. Okay, we've got our backing on. We're going to take the tape off and get this stuck to the front of our card. Okay, guys, here is the front of our shaker. And aren't those gold sequins pretty in there? Got a couple of them trying to stick, but I think I can tap them loose. Now, you can see here, I stamped and cut out the llama, 2 of the cactuses, 2 of the little flowers, and then this little sentiment banner that says, "Keep on Dreaming." And I went ahead and colored the little llama. He turned out so cute. Now, I used my Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers, and for his body, I used the Gold Brown blend, and I used the light and the medium. For his scarf and his blanket, I used Burnt Orange blend in the light, Jade Green blend in the light, and Dark Red blend in the light. And the only place where I did any shading was on his body because the scarf with the stripes and the little blanket were just too tiny. Now I've got him on some foam tape, and I'm going to put him right up there. And because I've already got all the cactuses and the flowers on this part of the card, I'm not going to be using these today. I'll save those for another card. I may use this sentiment, "Keep on Dreaming," and put it right down here. And I did do some shading on that. I used the brown gray, I can't say that, the brown gray blend in the light. And I just went around this banner in places where it would have a shadow because it just seems so stark white against this craft paper. But I'm not even sure I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to get my llama attached, And when we come back, I'll show you this finished shaker card, and you'll see if I use this or another sentiment. Well, here you go, guys. Here is my cute little shaker card made with this set of stamps from the Dollar Tree. So they cost me $1.25, and I can make lots of cards with them. I think that is a really great deal. Plus, I used a good bit of this little thin roll of foam tape, but you get 3 in a pack for $1.25. So that's a good deal too. But I think this turned out really cute. I did decide to go ahead and use that banner from the stamp set. And I took that jade green blend in the light and the medium and just colored the end of the little banner. And I thought that added a lot of color to it, where before it was just the white, it just didn't look as good, I didn't think. So there we have it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you've never made a shaker card before, you can see how simple it is to do. You just need some foam tape and something to cut a circle or a square. You can do any shape you'd like for a shaker card, and some sequins or beads to put inside. And it's lots of fun. Thanks so much for coming by today, guys. As always, I love you all. God bless you all. And I will see you again soon with another card. Bye now.